Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arum Rahmatia, and on this occasion, I will present my final project proposal. The title is Analysis of the Impact of Implementing Income Tax Article 21 Calculation for Employees based on Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023 at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. The first one is about background. In 2023, the government enacted Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023, which sets the rate for withholding income tax Article 21, and Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023 concerning the effective average rate or TER for the withholding of income tax Article 21 has brought significant change to the Indonesian tax system. This study aims to analyze the impact of the implementation of Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023 on individual taxpayers, especially employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti, before and after the enactment of the regulation. And this study will examine changes in the amount of tax payable, the effectiveness of tax administration, and the taxpayers' response to this new policy. Next is formulation of the problem. Number 1 is how was the calculation, reporting, and payment of Article 21 income tax for permanent employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti conducted before and after the enactment of Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023. And number 2 is what is the impact of the implementation of the effective average rate or TER on the calculation of Article 21 income tax for individual taxpayers, specifically permanent employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. The next is objective of the research. Number 1, the objective is to analyze the calculation, reporting, and payment of Article 21 income tax for permanent employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti before and after the enactment of Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023. And then number 2 is to identify the impact of the implementation of the effective average rate on the calculation of Article 21 income tax for individual taxpayers, specifically permanent employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. Next, move on about the benefit of the research. Number 1, the benefit for the writer. Benefit for the writer are able to analyze the calculation, reporting, and payment of Article 21 income tax for permanent employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti before and after the enactment of Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023. And then able to identify the impact of the implementation of the effective average rate or TER on the calculation of Article 21 income tax for individual taxpayers, specifically permanent employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. And then number 2, the benefit for PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti is to assist PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti in understanding and implementing the calculation of Article 21 income tax in accordance with Government Regulation Number 58 of 2023. And then the benefit for Semarang State Polytechnic. The benefit for Semarang State Polytechnic is to contribute to the development of literature and research in the field of accounting, particularly taxation. Next, move on about literature review. The first one, we need to know about the meaning of tax. According to Law Number 28 of 2007, tax is a mandatory contribution that must be paid by individuals or entities to the state, the return of which is obtained indirectly and is used for state purposes for the prosperity of the people. And according to Suhombing 2001-2, several experts define tax as follows. Professor Dr. Hadi Rohmat Sumitro SH. Tax is a contribution used to finance and routine expenditures and surplus of the state, which is used as the main source of financing public investment. The next is about income tax. Law number 36 of 2008 explained that income tax is a tax imposed on income received or obtained by individual taxpayers, corporations, and partnerships not having a legal entity within one tax year. Article 2 of Law number 36 of 2008 explains that the taxpayers referred to are: number one is individuals and undefeated inheritance as a single unit replacing the entitled party. Number two is corporation consisting of PT, CV, other corporations, BUMN or BUMD with any name and form, firms, partnerships, cooperatives, pension funds, associations, social and political organizations, or similar organizations, institutions, and other forms of corporations. And number three is permanent established or PE. Law number 36 of 2008, Article 4, Paragraph 1 states that the object of income tax is income, which is any increase in economic capacity received or obtained by taxpayer, both from within and outside Indonesia, that can be used for consumption or to increase the taxpayer's wealth in any name or form. The next, we need to know about income tax Article 21. According to Jenny Irnawati 2021, 110, Income Tax Article 21 is a tax imposed on income in the form of salaries, wage, honoraria, allowance, and other payments of any kind and form in connection with employment, position, services, or activities carried out by domestic individual taxpayers. The taxpayers subject to Income Tax Article 21 are as follows. Number one is employees. Number two is recipients of severance pay, pensions or pension benefits, old age allowance, or old age guarantees, including their heirs. Number three is non-employees who receive or obtain income in connection with employment, services, or activities such as consultants, lawyers, doctors, architects, musicians, athletes, researchers, advertising agents, MLM distributors, etc. And number four, members of the Board of Commissioners or Supervisory Board who do not concurrently hold the position of permanent employee in the same company. Number five is former employees, and or number six is participants in activities who receive or obtain income from such activities. The next is object of Income Tax Article 21. Income subject to withholding tax under Article 21 and or Article 26 includes income of permanent employees. Number two is income of pensioners. Number three is lump sum payments. Number four is income of non-permanent or casual employees. Number five is remuneration to non-employees. Number six is remuneration to participant in activities. Number seven is income of board members. Number 8 is other irregular income, and number 9 is pension fund withdrawals. Okay, next is about tax withholding for Income Tax Article 21. Okay, income tax withholding Article 21, including number 1 is employers, number 2 is treasurer or government cash holder, number 3 is pension funds, Social Security administering bodies workforce, and other bodies that pay pensions, periodic and old age benefits or old age security. And number 4 is an individual who carries out business activity or freelance work. And number 5 is organizer of activities. Next, move on about taxable income and non-taxable income. Taxable income or PKP for taxpayers Indonesia, both individuals and corporate entities, is calculated by deducting gross income from the expenses incurred to earn, collect, and maintain the income. And if the gross income results in a loss after deduction, the loss can be offset against income in the following tax years up or to a maximum of 5 years. Individual taxpayers within the country are granted a non-taxable income allowance, including number one is 54 million rupiah for the taxpayer himself or herself, and number two is 4,500,000 rupiah for married taxpayers, and number three is 54 million rupiah for a spouse whose income is combined with a spouse income, and number four is 4,500,000 rupiah for each direct lineal descendant or adopted child who is fully dependent, up to a maximum of 3 persons per family. Okay, next, this is income tax rates, Article 21. There are 5 income tax rates, such as 5%, 15%, 25%, 30%, and 35%. And then these are all average effective rate or TER. There are TER A, TER B, and TER C. Okay, let's move on about research method. Hikmawati 20 and 1743 explains that research methods are the methods used by researchers to collect research data, and in this final assignment, researchers apply various methods including data types, data collection methods, data analysis method, and data writing methods. The first one is data classification or data type. Okay, data classification according to type, there are two types, such as qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative data is data expressed in words, sentences, or non-numerical forms. And in this final project, the qualitative data used includes the company profile, organizational structure, and the duties and authorities of employees at PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. And then quantitative data is numerical data obtained from measurements and can be statistically processed. The quantitative data used in this study is the salary data of PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti, salary data of PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti employees, proof of payment and reporting of Article 21 income tax in 2023 and 2023 annual tax return, and Form 1721A1. And then data based on source, there are primary data and secondary data. Primary data is data collected directly by the researcher or institution from the original source and has not been processed by others. And in this research, primary data was not used. And then secondary data. Secondary data is data that has been processed and transformed by others to facilitate interpretation and analysis. The secondary data used includes the salary data of PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti employees, proof of payment and reporting Article 21 income tax in 2023, and Form 1721A1. And then about data collection method. There are 3 data collection methods. Number 1 is interviews. Interviews are also effective in obtaining detailed and in-depth information from respondents, especially when the number of respondents is relatively small. And in this project, interviews were conducted directly with administrative and finance staff, specifically those who process employee salary data. And then number 2 is observation. Observation is data collection technique where the researchers goes directly into the field and observe the phenomena being studied. This observation conducted in this final project involved visiting research object directly, namely PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. And then number 3 is document study. Document study is a data collection technique that is not directly aimed at the research subject, but through documents. In writing this final project, textbooks, government regulations, and laws governing tax regulation were used to understand the theories and concept of taxation that will be the foundation of this research. Next is about data analysis method. Since this is a qualitative research, the data analysis used a qualitative data analysis. Qualitative data analysis is an effort to work with data, organize it, categorize it into manageable units, synthesize it, search for and find patterns, and discover what is important and what is learned, and decide what can be told to others. And the purpose of qualitative data analysis is to find the meaning behind the data which requires analysis. The data analysis method in this final project is a qualitative analysis of the calculation of Article 21 income tax for employees of PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti, along with supporting data to find the implementation of Government Regulation number 58 of 2023. And the last is about writing method. In this final project in this final project, I just two writing method. There are descriptive method and comparative method. And descriptive method from Fajarajani explains that the descriptive method is a research method that describes ongoing or current events or problems. Its is to explain or describe things as they are at the time of the research. In this research, it is used to describe the profile of PT Putra Wijayakusuma Sakti. And then comparative method, Ana Agung Putu Agung explains that the comparative method is a research method that involves comparison. In this research, it is used to present the calculation of Article 21 income tax according to Government Regulation number 58 of 2023, starting from the calculation of taxable income to the tax due. Okay, so that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.